store of magic and the source of Ranrock's power.
It looks empty. If they've taken all of it, why are they still here? And sir, they know you were a keeper. Ranrock used the term.
This makes no sense. How did... We shall discuss this later. Right now, you must complete the next trial.
He's crying again.
I must say I'm curious to hear of Isidore's travels.
Do come in. Please, have a seat.
Isidora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready.
Oh no, what has she done?
I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Is she just obliviating him?
Isidora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
This is uncharted magic, Isidora.
Dude, her facial expressions look insane.
You can only see what has been sealed in the jar, and we do not know what power that may hold. But the traces of that magic are different from what I've seen before.
Thank you.
She looks like a cult leader. Like her facial expressions, she actually looks insane. She reminds me of, the way her face moves reminds me of Faith from Far Cry 5. Also, hello, Shuya, welcome. But yeah, her animations remind me of Faith from Far Cry 5. Far Cry 4. Wasn't 5 the one with, the Seed brothers? That one 5? Yeah, okay, I was right then. I always forget numbers. Because 4 was the one with the pink suit guy.
You're back.
And in one piece, no less. It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about what happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves, it is most fortunate that someone so competent is following this path.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep this second artifact safe, as you've advised.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
Sure?
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts headmistress, Neve Fitzgerald.
How do you do? I must say that I was not entirely surprised to learn that a student had been completing the trials. I've always believed Hogwarts students capable of anything they set their minds to.
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I am certain that you are more than capable of completing my trial. However, I must first, how shall I say, prepare the location of your next trial.
We trust your judgment, Professor Fitzgerald. You should know better than anyone how to manage the inconvenience of, well...
A
Goblins?
vainglorious and exasperating headmaster? Indeed, I should.
Oh,
I
Professor
shall
Black.
confirm that everything is in order immediately.
So Professor Black has messed with her
course.
trial.
Professor Fitzgerald needs some time to clear the way forward. Until then, you should continue to hone your magic. If you learn more about Ranrock and Victor Rookwood's activities in the meantime, please let us know.
Very well, Professor.
Neat.
I know, I know. Continue to hone my magic.
And continue
You
to hone
do
the dark
learn
arts.
quickly. Hopefully you will soon hear from Lodgok as well, and we shall learn how he fared with the helmet you retrieved. Well done today, as always. We shall speak again soon.
Midwest Jesus. Are you calling Joseph Seed? I think Joseph was the leader. It's winter. Wait, are we gonna get to have a Yule Ball? Can we take a date to the Yule Ball? Can we take Sebastian? I love Warner Brothers cape physics. Look at that. Classic Warner Brothers capes. Can we take either Sebastian or Ominis to the Yule Ball, please? I am begging.
Natty told me about your run-in with the poachers. I have some news about them as well. Can you meet me soon? I fear that some of what I uncovered has to do with you.
Not now, Hufflepuff. Where's the exit? How do I get out of here? This is not the way out. They have so much experience with the Batman games and still this. Yeah. Yeah. At least it's not as bad as Gotham Knights. This one seems a little bit more
I
fixed.
have been asked to teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I've set forth, speak to me after class.
Another house token for the house chest.
It really made me do that one by one. Okay, what side quests do I have now? The one for Poppy that I do not care about. Oh, Poppy's a main story quest. Do I want to learn the exploding charm? Okay, I need 5 more demiguys. Just 7 more keys. I guess I'll go talk with Poppy then, because it's a main story quest. Oh wait, no, let me go to the Room of Requirement, so I can see what gear that I have. Secret rooms, Room of Requirement.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Shut up, Deke. Oh, I got some better scarves than the ones I have. Increased spell damage when concealed by disillusion. Increased damage with the mandrake. I don't really use mandrakes. Increased damage with Bombarda. I haven't learned Bombarda. Dude, 69 offense? Alright, let me just equip this. Got some new gloves. These are worse. Okay, we're gonna put our House Pride scarf back on. I wish I could change the color of these things. Dude, all the school uniforms are so boring. I guess that's the point because they're school uniforms, but still. Okay. Let me mess with the loom. View traits. This is the hat I have equipped. I don't have any of the other charms unlocked. Not gonna talk to Deke. Deke can just go, I don't know, hang out by himself. That was a little mean. Deke's done nothing wrong. Deke's done nothing wrong to me. Why do these NPCs take us so far away? Dude, these NPCs just want us to travel, like, all the way across the world for them. Deke's nuts. I don't think I want to know how house elves reproduce. I'm good not knowing. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Before we go explore... Oops. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, stop snapping. There we go. Before we go explore, we gotta see what the castle changed for winter, because it's gonna be Christmas. There's gotta be, like, Christmas decorations around. A lot of people haven't done anything mean to you, but you still Avada them? No, actually, I've been crucioing them. We don't have access to Avada yet. Get it right. There's no Christmas decorations. Or Yule decorations, I guess. How dare they? How dare this school not have Yule decorations? I wanted the Great Hall to look like it did for the Yule Ball. Shame. Alright, now I'll go to where I need to go. I'm not Avadaing them, I'm crucioing them, and there is a difference. Thank you very much. I'm not a murderer yet. I'm just a torturer. I do think the Dr. Pepper jelly beans are like my favorite flavor of jelly bean. Like, if I'm buying jelly beans, it's gonna be the Dr. Pepper ones.
Is Highwing alright? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
Well, I mean, we killed the poachers.
I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
That sounds suspicious. And I don't think I'm ever gonna meet your grandma. I don't want to meet your grandmother.
Keeping things from Gran, are we?
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
So murder.
This way.
Got it. Don't think I've had that kind of bean. Also, apparently, let me tab out real quick. Let me check something.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
Can I capture a centaur? Can I throw a centaur inside my, like, vivarium? I think centaurs are technically, like...
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them.
In
if
league?
anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
See, because centaurs can talk and think and have, like, conversations. So I think throwing one of them in my vivarium and kidnapping them would technically
He was certainly a
not be
charmer.
allowed.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Or there's students that are helping the poachers. Is this gonna be another, like, student Death Eater situation?
That's the third time I've seen a Dugbog behave that violently.
Dude!
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
It's me. I got to watch a deer get killed right in front of me. Good game.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Turn around.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long.
Or they just left and the campfire went out on its own. You don't have to put out a fire
is
before you
goblin
leave. You
metal.
can just leave.
Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Listen, that's my advice for you guys. If you go camping and you start a fire, like in the middle of the woods, you don't have to put it out before you leave. You can just leave. Not actual advice. Please put out the fire before you leave. We don't need another California situation.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
You
How
people
do
clowning me?
goblin and poacher interests align?
Alright, Poppy gets very mad if I don't follow her.
Down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Just a singular honk. Oh, I don't need Let me re-equip the disillusionment charm.
Feed a beast, or it can feed you.
They know the line. I want my ear and Rookwood.
Just casually throw them off the edge of the cliff. They're definitely
You can
dead.
feed a beast, or it can feed you. I prefer the latter.
Dude, these people are dead. They're dead.
Manners are important, though, aren't they? Even in a fight.
Whee! Stealth is pretty broken in this game, because you can just insta-kill everyone with stealth. Speaking of, nightmare! Okay, I just threw her off a cliff.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Not very effective guards, though. That poor man, what, getting tortured and then thrown off a cliff? Or sorry, tortured, set on fire, and then thrown off a cliff. I don't know what you mean.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
My stream really is not
It's a
liking
dragon
these
fighting
dragons.
ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking
Dude,
bets
it
and
is
spreading
not
the
happy
word.
with the dragons.
Given how crowded it is here, how could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted
It's
with
not
Wizard
you, it's
Garden.
the game.
There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
One foot in front of the next and quiet as can be.
I don't even know if it's especially the fact that I'm streaming it as well. Because Evan's been having a lot of lag problems as well, and he's not streaming the game. So he's also been having a lot of lagging issues. So I think maybe there's just an issue with the PC optimization. I don't know.
I could swear there's something. Don't know what Victor was sinking straight in a butt.
Easy enough. Is this where I'm supposed to go? Entry with admission only. Okay, so that is where I'm supposed to go then. I mean, really the only problem I have with this game, framerate wise, is loading cutscenes. And if I go in a place where it's like high traffic or whatever.
Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get...
Just stole the money right next to them. Go over there.
Oh, that warrants a look.
Yeah. Let's go. Dude, who needs an invisibility cloak when you have disillusionment? Harry should have just learned this charm.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, Something's going on behind you.
Behind her?
What's going on down there?
Oh, they're crucioing the... No, that's not crucio.
They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we?
Wait, so we're not fighting the dragon? What is this? A dragon activist committee? You're joking. I can't fight the dragon?
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Here's a thought. We kill the poachers and then we kill the dragon and sell its stuff for ourselves and pocket the money. Or actually, here's a thought. We kill the poachers, I drop Poppy off at home. Don't forget the egg. I like this warning. Don't forget the egg.
Alohomora.
We kill the poachers, drop Poppy off at home, circle back around, and then kill the dragon. And sell all its stuff for ourselves. Pocket the money.
All right, I have the egg.
I have the egg.
The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! Ranrock will want his dragon intact!
I should be worried about that man, shouldn't I? Is he gonna come down here? No. Huh. Can I lead that goblin in here? I can! Come here, goblino. Here, goblin goblin. Here, goblin goblin. Okay, that seems to be the closest I can get him. Close enough. Okay, they didn't seem to care. How is this working? How is this working? I ran up to that man point blank. How did that work?
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Animagus.
I'll check your pockets after you're dead.
Oh, oh, she knows where I am. Splash damage. Oops.
What have you done?
What? Crucial. What? Dude, killing these goblins is actually a lot of fun. Dude, just watch. When I learn Avada Kedavra, it's over for y'all. Boss fights. There's no way it'll let me use Avada Kedavra in a boss fight, right? Because it would just instantly kill the boss. There's no way it'll let me use it in boss fights.
We need to free her now before more show up.
So just carry it? Oh yeah, probably. Now we can fight the dragon. Don't set it free. No.
This way.
I'm against that. It should have let us fight the dragon. Would have been a better game if it let us fight the dragon.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
They're all dead.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it.
Why are you stepping on my feet,
Be
sir?
careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Why are you stepping on my feet? Oh, he ran away. I bent down to pick him up and he just ran.
I've been studying Salazar-Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
Yes, sir. Shut up, Kevin. We got more important things to do.
Off on another adventure,
Have you learned the transformation spell? After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
We get to do more dark arts with Sebastian, and Ominis will probably be there too, because it's related to Salazar-Slytherin. Me. I gotta prepare myself. And by that I mean get in a more comfortable position on my chair. Everyone who plays this game choose Slytherin, although I'd probably go well, I've been in Slytherin ever since like I first got into Harry Potter when I was like a kid. Even when I was in like a little Harry Potter club in my elementary school at like 10 years old, I was a Slytherin. So I've always been Slytherin. Actually, at one point, like back in the height of its popularity and everyone was like, oh, Slytherin's the evil house, you're evil. I did like rig the test to be Hufflepuff, and I picked all the answers that would be Hufflepuff because, like, you know, Hufflepuff's like the good kid house. And then, you know, that's like an extremely Slytherin thing to do, is just rigging your answers to be another house so that more people would like you. So yeah, you know.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
I've always been Slytherin.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the Scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
We did what we had to do.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominis. He wouldn't understand.
I mean, maybe he would. Because the only reason he didn't want you to go into the Scriptorium was because he thought you would die like his aunt did. So, I think we should tell him.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominis. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominis, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominis. I'll be on my way.
Oh no, they're having a domestic.
I am not letting this go.
I think it was funny how it was like, yeah, don't tell Ominis, and he's just standing over there in the corner.
Ominis, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Also, this game does take our things into account. Because last time when we first, when we came out of the Undercroft and met Ominis, we lied to him. And then later, when we were doing the side quest with Sebastian and we met up with Ominis again, like hours later, we apologized for lying to him. And just now, we told Sebastian that we should tell Ominis, and he said, yeah, thanks for saying you should tell me, but like... So the game does acknowledge what you have to say, at least a little bit. What happened to his parents?
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
I think we have to pick sides between Sebastian and Ominis. Oh no. Wait, chat, who are we picking? Who are we siding with? Sebastian or Ominis? Don't tell Bun, but I think she's stinky. Excuse you, you're stinky. I don't know who I want to side with. On one hand, dark arts. And Sebastian will, you know, we learn the unforgivables, we can we can cast the unforgivables with him, run around the school causing mayhem and like just being an absolute menace. and killing people.
Do it.
Do it? Do what? On the other hand, ominous. I just like ominous. Side with the whale washing dolphin. I don't know what that means. I mean, it's giving him hope. I feel like we've accidentally pushed ominous away a little bit too much. But on the other hand, it is giving him hope.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
I'm not a narc. You want me to rat out Sebastian to you? Ominous is too cautious. I mean, he does come from a family that, like, uses curses on their children. So... like, Ominous is essentially just a parallel to Sirius Black. Where he comes from a very twisted, like, drenched in the dark arts family, purist family. But he wants nothing to do with it. Like, literally the Black family motto is in French. So I'm gonna butcher it. And I'm not even gonna try to say it, but it translated, it means always pure. Because, you know, they're pure blood elitists. Lots of rampant incest. Casting out family members who are like blood traitors. So, you know. Understandable why he's that way. But, on the other hand, maybe he could let loose a little bit, you know? Cast a couple Crucios. It doesn't let me cast it on him. He's just gonna stand here. Alright, I think I have to leave the Undercroft now. Goodbye, Ominous. Hello, Sebastian. Where he going? Never mind, I don't care where he's going. Upstairs? Upstairs.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
There it is. There. Having an Undercroft imply water dock, can there be in the air too? I mean, it's under the school. I guess that counts as an Undercroft. I've lost track of him.
Can we meet to the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
What other quest do I have? Is that a side quest or a main quest to visit Poppy? I don't have any main quests at the moment. Complete Professor Weasley's assignment. Collect the field guide page from the book on intermediate transfiguration in the library. I have to go to the library. This is library. Who's emailing me? Who emails people in our good year of 2023? Okay, it's not important.
Perhaps the book Professor Weasley wants me to get is upstairs.
Lol. I don't think I've emailed someone just to email them. I think if I'm emailing, it's because it's like an official business thing. Not for just normal communication.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world.
Lore.
None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
So, she's literally thinking she's more important than a professor. Because we just said, like, imagine you have, like, you picked up, I don't know, like a soccer ball or something like that. And you're in, like, gym class and you picked up, no, you're in, like, a gym class, your class is playing basketball, but you're, like, on the bench doing whatever. And you're just holding the ball. And someone comes up and is like, hey, I need the ball for gym class, like, the gym teacher told me to come get it. And you're just like, you can have the ball back, but you gotta pay me first. It's like, no. Literally, it's the teacher asking for the ball. You're not important. You mean nothing. Can I just punch her in the face and take the book?
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
I'm assuming it's just gonna be the one that sounds like Snitch.
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as
Felix
liquid
Felicis.
luck?
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves
The Deathly
which magical
Hallows.
artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows, which is the Elder Wand, Ring of Resurrection, and the Invisibility Cloak.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Quaffle? Or actually, no, the Quaffle looks like an American football, but like a little bit smaller, and the Bludger's the big round one. Yeah. I think the big round one is a little bit bigger. They're different shapes, though. I think the Bludger's bigger than the Quaffle.
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the Quaffle.
Wait, is it actually a Quaffle?
When a chaser throws the Quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or
That's
false?
not the size, though.
Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
That's not the size, though. That's not the size, that's the points. No, because even when Hermione took it and became a cat, she still looked like a human. Or she was still human-shaped. She just had cat features. She didn't turn into a cat. If you wanted to change species, you'd have to be like an Animagus or a Metamorphagus, whatever Nymphadora is. False.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough.
No, more questions!
I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. What? And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like more questions, please.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
Preceded. That means coming before then, right? Oh, I actually don't know this.
The International Confederation of Wizards.
No, that's incorrect. The answer was the Wizards' Council. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
I can't remember enough of the dragon breeds. Oh, these are actually really hard. I don't remember enough about the dragon breeds. I'm gonna just say... I'll just say Vipertooth.
The Peruvian Vipertooth.
Brilliant!
Oh, I was
Though
right.
the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Oh, do you think it's the one that's just named Hog?
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft.
They got me, they debated me.
Hengist used the Three Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
Because I have no idea what these are. Obviously, I know what Demi-Goose. I meant, like, I have no idea what the answers to these questions are. These questions are actually hard. I want to say a Demi-Goose, but I'll just say the middle one.
That's incorrect.
Oh,
the
Demi-Goose was correct.
a demiguise. While the hide behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a letherfold?
I mean, Patronus feels like an easy answer, because Patronus is just repel a lot of stuff. Like, any sort of dark magic is... The answer was always just, yeah, whatever, cast a Patronus. Reread all the books and buy a Bestiarian book.
Well done. The only known survivor of a letherfold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Dude, Orpington? What is that name? Orpington. Orpington's a really funny name, so I'm just gonna say Orpington.
Evangeline Orpington.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Oh, never tickle a sleeping dragon. I know that because it has Draco in the name. It's like Draco Dormi something something.
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
Eggs through its mouth? Ashwinder?
The Ashwinder.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the Rune's Paw.
Dude, these are all like
According to
bestiary
Parcel
questions.
Mouse, each of the Rune's Paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School
America.
of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
I don't know which of these is America. Obviously not the Amazon rainforest. Pyrenees?
The Pyrenees.
No, Ilvermorny is actually located on Mount Greylock. The American school was founded in the 17th
I knew it was the
century
American one.
by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to
Amortentia.
wizard kind?
Elixir to induce euphoria. No, it's Amortentia.
Amortentia.
That's the answer. Amortentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
I'm doing horribly, but why not?
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
I got no idea. Dude, I haven't read the book since I was a kid. I've been waiting for the entirety of the Slytherin, like, House Edition books to come out, but now that they're out, I don't have the money for them, so I just haven't gotten them. Because I do want to reread the books at some point, because the last time I read the books was when I was, like, 12. So over a decade ago.
Beatrix Bloxham.
Incorrect. The answer was Egbert the Egregious.
Egbert.
Emeric gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Dude, sports? I don't care about Quidditch. I don't care about Quidditch.
Blatching.
The answer was actually haversacking. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Webbed feet. Because this was in the... Also, I don't think blatching is against the rules. Intentionally flying to knock a player, like, off to... Intentionally flying to hit another player? I mean, the Slytherin team does that all the time. Also, I'm pretty sure it's webbed feet.
Webbed feet?
No.
Wait,
the
what?
answer was bad luck. Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Dude, I don't know any of these questions.
Sophophorus bean.
I'm afraid the correct answer was Mimbulus mimbletonia. The Mimbulus mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The pepper-up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
These are all, like, academic questions. I thought it'd be lore questions, like, just lore, not, like, scholarly. I guess it makes sense because it's a Ravenclaw and we're in the library, but, like...
Basil Flack.
That's incorrect. The answer was Limfrid of Stinchcombe. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Limfrid's previous work to create the pepper-up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
A single slipper.
That's correct. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
Why is there so many, like, bestiary, and, like, herbology questions?
The Scottish Highlands.
No, the answer was North America. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Sir Lancelot.
No, the answer was Sir Luckless. The three witches in the
Dude,
story
I got
are
no
named
idea what
Asher,
any of these questions
Althea,
are.
and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
The Loch Ness Monster.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Wizards did 9/11. Why did I say 9/11 on instinct? Wizards did Loch Ness Monster. That's what I was gonna... Peverell is the last name of one of the three brothers from the Deathly Hallows. Because the Peverell family, the bloodline died, like all three brothers from the Deathly Hallows died out on the male line. Like they only had, it got to a point where they only had daughters, so they married in a different family, so the Peverell name died off because there were no males to carry on the line. But they are the descendants of the people from the Deathly Hallows, so it would make sense if they were the first minister. But I don't think they were, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Cadmus Peverell.
No, the first minister was Ulick Gamp. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. Ah, it's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You might not have got very many right, but I'm sure you learned something regardless.
Excuse you?
Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Why'd she have to say that to me? It's like, oh, no one else wants to do my questions. No one else wants to do my quiz. Yeah, because you fucking insult them if they get answers wrong. That's why no one wants to talk to you. You probably don't have any friends either. Not letting me Crucio her.